It's Philip at Trade Genius. Wanted to go over basically Bitcoin because it's made another all-time high. We are early morning here into the London session, and about an hour before we really see London buying Bitcoin. So wanted to kind of go over the price action. We've seen this similar action before where we get a lot of heavy overnight buying and then kind of like a small capitulation move in the US session hours. And so anyway, let's go check out a 4-hour chart and you'll see what I mean, and see what we can expect over the next 24 to 48 hours on Bitcoin. So I'm going to pull up the 4-hour chart here. Okay, now I'm just going to walk you through this real quick. So one thing I like to use is our crypto money machine indicator on the 4-hour. I think it gives a great indication of when we're in a long mode versus get flat or maybe short mode with the exit. Signaled here, this last move was good for about $3,000 before it was time to get out, and then this one signaled ahead of this move up, and we haven't gotten an exit signal yet for like any kind of exhaustion yet, so still looking higher. And as far as just overall move here, I'm looking at, we're hitting another fib target here of 12,668, and at this point what I'm looking for is volume and price action to tell me that we're putting in a top. This other fib target here is 12,912. Again, I think, my previous video I told you guys where I think we could see anywhere from 14 to 18,000 here pretty quick based on past moves and, blow off type moves. I think definitely we're playing into that. But real briefly, look at the price action now. If you take a look at, I think we can all agree toward the end of November, things kind of changed. We were in this small little price channel here, and then we broke out of it. Yeah, that was our first run up, and we kind of just really topped out really quickly at 11,482, and that started with a culmination of a big ramp up, similar to what we're seeing here, right? And it started at the same time, so this is very identical. And then as we headed into the US session, like 7, 8 in the morning, we had this move here where you see a doji and you see a lot of big volume. Now the only difference is and you also saw a big volume move here, and a big wick. So what you're looking for is, basically this is like a topping volume kind of thing. And when you start seeing that, what usually will ensue is either a consolidation like this, or maybe another attempt down. Now this move here was really wide, so you kind of got almost like a dead cat bounce, but it didn't make a new low, and it consolidated and it went higher. And that's another thing you guys have to recognize, is that basically what we're in a mode where we go up, so we come up and then we're consolidating. Consolidation kind of comes in like a pennant shape, then we move out of it, and then like here was another small consolidation area, and then we move up, more big volume here, and then we consolidate. And so we're just on this march up. So what I'm looking now, we talked about this area here, right? So this guy here, and if you look at the volume coming up on that, it's pretty high compared to where we are over here. All of the price action is very similar. So I haven't seen anything really that tells me we haven't blown off yet, but maybe by the time we see this video, if you look on your 4-hour charts, I would be looking for volume that's on the level here, as far as as far as blow off type move. And I'm not talking like the ultimate blow off move, because I'm going to show you a bigger picture, but just where something where we'd see a bar at this level, and then maybe we'd see a spike up maybe to 13 or a little bit more, and then a sharp dip back. Now these dip backs are very quick. This one lasted about a day and put the low in. This one lasted like 4 hours and put the low in. Actually, not even that. I think this one was 2 hours. This is a 4-hour bar. Put the low in and consolidated. Until I see, when I'll show you in the bigger picture here, until I see a really pronounced parabolic type move up, I don't think we're going to see bigger pullbacks. That's just my read. If I'm looking at the daily chart, I'm not seeing anything really on the technicals that's telling me that we're getting. I'm not seeing any divergences. If I saw a divergence in these indicators, then it'd be starting to get suspect in the move. But what we're building into, I think, is something along the lines of this. And even this is more aggressive than I think we're going to see. But you're looking for where you know, relative to the incline that you're doing, you really start getting a very parabolic curve up. And if we started seeing this start to do this, then we could see that 18,000. But at that point, I'd be pretty weary of a blow-off move. And we'd have to see some really gigantic volume come in here, I think, for that. So, you know, these things can keep going and the velocity can increase. And I think you don't want to be confused where when you see these types of moves that necessarily it's over. Also keep in mind our environment. A lot of heavy buying into the year end. We've got the futures contracts firing up. So, you know, everybody's a little skittish about when the futures go live. I don't think that's going to have a negative impact on price, at least not right away. And I think over time, I don't think the volume on the futures market is going to be that high. So I think we'll just kind of monitor it and see, and we'll cover it in videos. But so anyway, I think in summary, Bitcoin's going to go up. If we may see a type of move like we saw here and here. We may see it somewhere in this area here tomorrow. So look for that big spike move and look for volume to come up. All right, that's pretty much it. So again, if you guys are interested in this indicator, I like using it on Bitcoin on the 4-hour. I like it for like the interim you know, mode that we're in. It does a great job at getting in front of these longer legs and signaling some bigger moves. So you can click on the link below, you can get that indicator, and we're running the year-end specials. And best package would be that in our room. I think you guys would really enjoy being in that room with us. We're just always open, so you can ask away, ask for charts, stuff like that. Anyway, that's it for me today, and I hope you guys have a great trading day. We'll see what happens as we roll into the US session, and check it out in tomorrow's video. Alright guys, thanks for watching and take care. Bye-bye.